spoke with several members of the Preservation Board, and I just wanted to address, you know, we've been excited about the sneak peek of the gateway. We saw the comprehensive plan developed for us, and this property is the gateway to our historic district. On either side of that property was the beginning of our petrified wood. There are remnants of petrified wood both to the south and both to the north on of that property, to where I would like to be mindful of the scale of the development. I like very much what, you know, the breaking it up. That sounds like it's workable. The big thing with going from R2 to R4 is 10 feet, and 10 feet, it makes a difference when you are entering our downtown historic district, whether at this point in time or at a future point in time. Right at that point, yeah, that's the old town site coming in, the old 67 coming into Glen, and you know, R2 is 35 feet maximum, R4 is 45 feet. So 45 feet is a pretty big scale for, you know, it will dwarf those trees that are there on adjacent property lines, and the setbacks are the same. We at R2 and R4. I was just checking. I couldn't find it, but I looked earlier.
Are you talking about height?
Yes, the height. The setbacks from side yards, according to our zoning, if I'm understanding this, correct me if I'm wrong, are pretty much the same between R2, you know, your front setback, side yard, rear yard, percent of lot coverage, all that remains the same. The main difference going from R2 or R3 to R4 is 10 feet taller. So, you know, our sentiments kind of seem, you know, we'd love to see something a little shorter. Our sanitariums are all two-story. We have many two-story historic kind of apartment-y type boarding houses. You know, the old boarding houses. Right over here, the men's house at the Old Eccles property. You know, we've got sanitariums everywhere that pretty much top out, you know, at 2 stories, and that would be very in keeping and a very much of a gateway coming into our downtown historic district. So, just a consideration. We'd like them a little shorter if possible.
Yes, my name's Pruitt. I've been around here for a long time, and I was here when the power plant was built back in the 70s and the 80s. I don't know if everybody appreciates what happened back then, but we had a mobile home behind every cedar bush out in the country for these people to stay. Now, I know the power plant's been delayed, but most of us, I think, will agree that they'll eventually build it, the 2 extra units. And there's going to be 10,000 employees. Where are they going to go? Are we going to let them all go to Granbury like we did last time? Yeah. You know, so I feel like I've been around here a long time. I pay taxes a long time. I'd like to see the town improve. And one of the things we've got to do is to have nice places for people to stay that are coming in here. And not everybody can buy a home nowadays. Just because of the economic situation, cost of building and everything. We've got to consider more multifamily dwellings here in town. If not, we're going to have a bunch of mobile home parks outside the city limits, like we did last time. They just now, the last of them have been cleaned up. So I encourage you to consider something like this, upscale apartments, something nice for people to stay and be proud of living in Glen Rose. Thank you.
I just have one little thing to say. You know, I think we all want things to be nice, and I think we all want things to change. I think we encourage change. The Preservation Board certainly does. We try to work with everyone, but I think one reason why people come to Glen Rose, we're looking at it from the tourism side. One reason why they come here is because of our look. And you can make the new things look like the Glen Rose look. And that's what people say, no matter where you go, why do you come? They can see beautiful buildings in Dallas, they can see beautiful buildings in Fort Worth, but those people come here to see what we have. and we want them to, and we want these apartments. We need these apartments. But I think what we're looking for is everything needs to sort of fit together. And being in the preservation, the opening to the preservation district is very important. And that's why we think that the apartments should be aesthetic with the rest of the town. Thank you.